That trauma is like it's like no other trauma. You personally have been violated. You're sharing a story over and over again to people who are trying to help you, counselors, investigators. When we provide too much information and people get close to them, it re-traumatizes them. And in some cases causes our survivors to literally shut down, where they don't want to talk with us, with a counselor, or with anyone. I am optimistic that with the help of the community, that we are going to be able to identify this predator and bring them to justice. But again, I can only say we can do that with the help of our victims, our survivors, having that open line of communication and being willing to move forward through that stage. We've got to get there first. So that's why we're not sharing an awful lot of information about specific locations. It's to protect our survivors. You're probably asking yourself, okay, are these cases related to the previous jogger cases? We do have 2 series working. Our jogger or hike and bike trail cases began in November of last year. The last incident was on January the 18th. And if you recall, that is the incident that we put out the photograph of the suspect running from the scene. And since that time, those have quietened down. We've not had one since. You're probably saying, are they related to this series? You know, in all honesty, all I can tell you is the MO or modus operandi is different, but could they be related? Sure. I cannot stand here today and affirmatively say to you that they are or they are not. But we are working each and every case as an individual case, sharing that information within our unit so that we have the big picture of everything that's happening with these series. I thought that there was another question about sexual assault and rape. Let me kind of clarify that, because I think there's still some misunderstanding or not having a good understanding of the terminology. Since the Uniform Crime Reporting System, the federal level, UCR, changed their rape definition in 2013, and we enacted upon that in the state of Texas in 2014. That UCR definition of rape is now our sexual assault statute. The 2 terms are synonymous and interchangeable. So you will sometimes hear me refer to something as a sexual assault, which is how we file affidavits. A sexual assault is a rape. All right. So I wanted to kind of clear that up for anyone who may have a question about that.
So you can confirm some of these incidents were rape?
Yes, let me hit on that for you. Out of the current series, we have incidents ranging from attempted sexual assault to aggravated robbery. That's why I don't want to paint a picture of this predator and that people are only thinking one thing. The gamut right now is wide open. Know that this individual is stealthy, coming up from behind with a knife, a weapon, and he is groping women on the outside of their clothing, all right? He is violating women, and he has stolen money. So it's a wide array of things. But the MO is such that we believe in these, specifically these 5 incidences up in this triangle of 183 Jollyville Duval, that those are related. We believe them to be related and the same predator based on the similarities within how he's attacking the women.
So has he raped some of the women?
Yes.
How many of them?
1.
So then can I also ask about Cedar Park? There was an attack. Are you looking at that as well?
Yes, we have been in communication with Cedar Park PD and their investigator on that case. We're sharing information with them because, again, of the similarities with regard specifically to our jogger cases. And that was on January 14th that occurred, and our last jogger incident occurred on January the 18th. So, but again, slightly different in the time of day, because on our joggers we had a window of opportunity that we were seeing with that particular predator was between 7 a.m. in the morning and 11 a.m. whereas the one in Cedar Park was at 6 a.m. So, but does it mean that it's a different person? We don't know. Similar, different geographical area out of the city of Austin, but again, similar, right? That she was out walking, jogging, whatever she was doing. So yes, since that occurred, we have been in communication with them, and they're still pursuing their investigative leads just as we are. So let me go back to investigative leads, but more specifically with regard to tips and suspicious persons. With that tip line that we have set up, we have received some information. We would like more. We are pursuing any and all investigative leads that we have. We've also had some individuals call us and give us their personal experience with a suspicious person, date, time, location. And so we encourage citizens. If you see something out of ordinary with regard to something like we're talking about today, call us. You have that ability. You can leave it on our tip line. Please leave us your name and a contact phone number so that we can reach back out to you. Oftentimes when we open up a dialogue with someone, we start asking questions. It brings something back to mind that perhaps in the tip information they did not think of. So give us that opportunity to have that conversation with you to garner further information that may be able to help us. Sometimes it's the most minute piece of information that blows a case wide open. And that's why we ask the community, help us. We need you. You've got to be our additional eyes and ears. What else did I leave out that you have a question about?
With the aggravated robbery, was there any sexual assault attempt there, or did you just link the two based on description?
Based on the mannerisms in which the individual, the predator, assaulted the women, came up same knife, same everything. It's just that there was a robbery aspect with that.
And are you saying whether that was in an apartment or a car or?
That particular case, let me look for just a moment. Yes, here it is. That's the one on Jollyville. So that was what, on the 6th? Yes, on Saturday, February 6th.
So the women are getting out of different things.
Right.
Okay.
So when we talk about victimology, there's not one thing that our victim or our survivor of these attacks is doing, because it's an array of different things. And that's why I say that our predator is out there in the community being a voyeur. He's just merely watching for an opportunity. And so, obviously, I don't know if he has a life or not, if he's employed or not, if he has a car or not, but he's making his rounds waiting for these opportunities. But it's when no one else is readily available or seen in close proximity.
Was the aggravated robbery in a car, or?
It's going to have been in an apartment complex.
How many of these incidents happened inside a building of some sort?
These are all outside.
Okay. But one happened in an apartment complex? Oh, I see.
Yes, in you know the area of the apartment complex between buildings in the parking lot, in the stairwells, going from one floor to the next. And also some of these locations, there are parks or greenbelt areas. So in the most recent, you know, I don't, people may think, oh, after the event that they're running down the street, the suspect is. But remember that we have parks tucked away, we have greenbelt areas tucked away. Over off of Santa Cruz, in that area, we have a park between Santa Cruz and Duval. We also have the quarry, which is kind of a greenbelt area back in there. So just know that, be cognizant of your surroundings. See if you can watch and see if you happen to become victimized, heaven forbid that happens to anyone else before we catch this person, but try to watch and see where the subject is running to.
What about evidence left at the scene? Is there any, I guess, something left behind from this man where you guys can match to other cases?
Right. We have limited forensic evidence, and that evidence is being tested through the DNA process. But as you know, those things, it's not like on TV where in 30 minutes you have a result. So we are absolutely waiting until we get more information there.
What are you guys doing in the neighborhood? Are you increasing patrols? Do you have folks out there? Are you on the street, visibility, things like that?
Yes, all of the above and things you don't even see. Absolutely.
Are you guys willing to tell us what age range of victims have been victimized?
Sure. I will tell you that it's from the early 20s, so let's say 23 to 33. That's a nice range, and that encompasses all of our victims right now.
Early 20s.
So is he going after a younger woman or someone in that age range? Is he looking for a certain hair color or anything?
No, there doesn't seem to be anything right now that he's fixating on except opportunity.
Is he getting more aggressive?
I will tell you from my personal viewpoint, which is why I wanted to speak with you today, is that I'm quite concerned that this predator, not knowing truly what his motivation is, what has set him into motion now to be active, I'm concerned that yes, he is going to become more aggressive.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, great, thank you.